This is how we do it, baby. This is how we do it.
Welcome, Yale College Class of 2013, relatives, friends, faculty, and alumni. We are thrilled to deliver the opening address for today's Class Day exercises. It has been an incredible year serving as your senior class council officers.
Before we continue, please sit down. And round of applause for the weather, yeah? Come on. Class of 2013. We have finally reached our class day. Not only have we challenged the room capacity of the Omni Ballroom at the Masquerade Ball, and questionably fit one too many people on the rooftop of bar, Brick. And, well, different story. But we have also redefined the meaning of senior class spirit. As we have rallied together with exceptional Bula Ball participation, no senior left behind at Mohegan Sun, or so we think, and our ardent endorsement of Linda Lorimer for president during extreme weather phenomena. Well, Jenny, what are we doing here today? What is class day?
Alan, that is an excellent question. I know many of you out here are thinking, what are we doing here after Mayor Booker has finished speaking? Class day is not like tomorrow when the students from the 12 graduate and professional schools are also here. Class day is just for our class.
It's a mix of serious and fun. We listened to a really noteworthy speech, yeah? Prestigious awards are handed out. We hear remarks from our classmates. And we see our much anticipated class video, which we can watch at every reunion after this one and be startled by possibly some poor fashion choices.
Your headgear truly is not only a reflection of the diverse styles and personalities in our group, it also serves to underscore all of the variety of all of our differences. One of the things that Yaleys all agree is best about Yale.
As you may have noticed, there has been a recurrence of kickoffs to appreciate the milestones that punctuated our senior year. The impressive participation of the senior class council event is truly a testament to your enthusiasm and the fact that the class of 2013 has a desire to embrace novel experiences together.
Our senior year has also been marked by many last chance opportunities, ranging from the last lecture, the last supper in the dining hall, the last chicken tenders, the last email from Chief Higgins, and who can forget or remember the Last Chance Dance. In fact, today is actually the last chance to pick up your senior due sticker. But actually,
you can meet us after for it. Class Day may be one of our final gatherings here at Yale, but most notable, it marks the launching point of our continuous quest to redefine ourselves as members of this community. It may be the last chance for over 1,300 of us to be seated on Old Campus, but really, it's a kickoff to our futures as Yaleys, as alums, as members of this special community.
Beyond this day being a celebration of us all, it is a celebration of the achievements of those who got us here. Whether family, friends, mentors, or even a stranger. We ask that everyone take a moment to give a round of applause to everyone who has encouraged and supported us during the past 4 years.
Take a second look around you. Right, left, back, front, you know. There are tens, if not hundreds of people who you care about. Please don't look at today as your last chance. It already happened, joke. But rather as a kickoff to maintaining the strong friendships you've already cultivated.
We are confident that after we leave the beautiful gates of Yale University, that we will continue to search for new ways to reconnect as we traverse our future paths and as we ultimately gravitate back to Elm City.
In the next 2 hours, we encourage you to listen, remember, laugh, maybe even shed a tear, as we join together to revisit the narrative of the class of 2013. Thank you.
So, the following people fill in this front row, please. Bonnie Antosh, Stacy Chuang Chen, Matthew Claudel, Julian DeFreitas, Elizabeth Epstein, Alejandro Gutierrez, Jonathan James Liang, Ye Marai Magwandeza, Samuel Martin, Owen McConnell, John Max, Niketesh, Andrew Miller, Ruth Ann Montiel, Joshua Penny, Bo Reynolds, Max Rippo, and Ethan Rodriguez Torrent. Okay, while they fill in those seats, here is the rehearsal we need to do for tomorrow. So at a certain point tomorrow, Dean Miller will present you to President Levin so that you can receive your degrees. She will have you rise, and she will make some remarks. And the final sentences of what she will say to you are, they have been recommended by the faculty of the school and approved by the corporation. I now ask you, by your official act, to confer upon them these degrees. That's what she's going to say. And when you hear the words, confer upon them these degrees, Dean Miller is going to expect you to explode with a loud response appropriate to someone, to an entire class who has just received degrees from Yale College. So, let's practice so that you don't disappoint her tomorrow. Ready? They have been recommended by the faculty of the school and approved by the corporation. I now ask you, by your official act, to confer upon them these degrees.
from rosy memories and count the mistakes you've made here. The organizations you thought would bring fulfillment, but seemed only to leech time. The classes, the majors you thought embodied your calling, but in practice left you cold with frustration. Indeed, each one of us has made this wonderful mistake of throwing ourselves with gumption and verve at what we thought we should be doing, with the intention of finding joy, finding passion, finding comfort, finding meaning. So yes, in this way, Yale is the eternal stumbling block, the institution that constantly reminds us that life abounds beyond any given path. Then again, such endeavors and musings could also be called your early 20s. The incredible odyssey of trial, failure, and occasional success is not what made these 4 years noteworthy. Yale has afforded us something more. David Foster Wallace once told a story of 2 young fish swimming along who happened upon an older fish swimming in the other direction. "Morning, boys," says the older fish. "How's the water?" The 2 young fish swim on for a while longer, until one looks to the other with the superbly wonderful question, "What the hell is water?" Seldom do we step back from our endeavors to truly appraise the environments where we live and breathe beyond the capacity of our own actions within said space. Too often do we accept happiness in passing without asking why it is so. We are the young fish. Well, today I'm here to tell you about the water. Our water is absurd, and our water is wonderful. This is what have made these 4 years at Yale nothing short of bright college years. Beyond schedules, core requirements, and future plans, every cubic inch of our water teems with possibilities and personalities. Every moment carries the opportunity of discussion forums, concerts, improv, debates, master's teas, foot friends, college friends, IAMs, Buckley program, Toads, those classmates from that obscure freshman seminar, or that rare, sunny New Haven day you looked up to find a new architectural wonder. We are surrounded by some of the best water around. Never a commonplace moment. That is our water. That is our Yale. Over the course of these commencement days, someone will most likely tell you that with your Yale degree comes an enormous obligation to society at large. I wholeheartedly agree, though I would like to add something else. With your diploma comes the capacity and the duty to live in a way that eludes a complacent life, to know your environment, not only exist in it, to act in your life, not merely react to it. Know what has made these years remarkable and momentous for you. Know your water and carry it with you always. This is the incredible part of our education. Know your water. Maybe that will suffice as the pocket parable I once so wanted to attain before I left this place. Indeed, Yale as the eternal stumbling block falls flat with consideration to how much I've loved it here. Either way, I at least now know why I chose this place 4 years ago. I came to Yale because I wanted to learn, quite simply, how to be happy. In that big, ambiguous place we like to call the real world, I wanted to avoid at all costs that debilitating humdrum that comes with a life lacking in awareness, lacking in consciousness. I wanted to go beyond existing and live, feel deeply, understand, learn, thrive, and laugh, like the old fish who knows all too well. I tell you now, it's all in the water. Thank you, good luck, I love you all.
Thank you, Julie. The Louis Sudler Prize for Excellence in the Performing and Creative Arts is awarded to two outstanding seniors, Bonnie Antosh of Pearson College and Matthew Claudel of Branford College. Bonnie Angelica Antosh's work as a scholar and as a performing artist is alive with curiosity, imagination, and intellectual rigor. Both in class and out, on stage or off, she has excelled in every aspect of theater in Yale College. She has demonstrated the highest level of commitment to the study of theater history, theory, and performance. But as an actor, whether she's playing Buber or Durang, Shepard, or Shakespeare, she possesses something more, a brilliant combination of fearlessness and radiance. For her extraordinary achievements at Yale and her extraordinary promise in the theater, the Sudler Prize in the Performing Arts is awarded to Bonnie Angelica Antosh. Matthew Claudel is a designer whose prolific range of work shows versatility, experimentation, and interdisciplinary thinking. He excelled in his architectural studio courses, displaying strength in both his concepts and material processes. His holistic approach has yielded an impressive body of work across multiple media, encompassing architecture, furniture, exhibition practice, and graphic design. Mr. Claudel will apply his architectural talents and design acumen at MIT's Media Lab after graduation. For achievement in the arts, Yale College is proud to award the Louis Sudler Prize for Excellence in the Creative Arts to Matthew Claudel. The Warren Memorial High Scholarship Prize for the senior majoring in the humanities who ranks highest in scholarship is awarded this year to John Max Mikatish of Silliman College. John Max Mikatish was elected to Phi Beta Kappa at the start of his senior year and graduates summa cum laude with distinction in his Russian and East European Studies major. Having completed 46 course credits at Yale, he has 1 mark of credit and no grade lower than A- with straight A's in 41.5 course credits. Hailed as a born linguist by his Yale instructors, Mr. Mikatish has studied Russian, German, Chinese, Classical Greek, Old English, Old Norse, Old Iranian, Sanskrit, and Hittite. He has been praised also for his exceptional writing abilities, and is the co-winner of the Wolfgang Leonhard Prize for the best senior essay related to Russia or Eastern Europe. In recognition of his superlative achievements in languages and letters, Yale College takes great pride in awarding the Warren Memorial High Scholarship Prize this year to John Max Megatek. The Arthur Twining Hadley Prize, which honors the memory of the man who served as president of Yale from 1899 to 1921, is awarded annually to the senior in Yale College majoring in the social sciences who ranks highest in scholarship. The Arthur Twining Hadley Prize is awarded to Stacy Xuan Chen of Saybrook College. Stacy Xuan Chen graduates summa cum laude with a bachelor's and master's degree in political science and distinction in that major. She was awarded the Frank Minor Patterson Prize for the best senior essay on the American political system. Elected to Phi Beta Kappa after 6 terms of enrollment, she has completed 34 of her course credits with grades of straight A. Ms. Chen has served as an executive board member of the Yale Debate Association, a research assistant at the Yale Institution for Social and Policy Studies, and an intern at the U.S. Department of State. In the summer of 2010, she received a Richard U. Light Fellowship for Chinese Language Study in Beijing. In recognition of her exceptional record and promise of future success, Yale College proudly confers the Arthur Twining Hadley Scholarship Prize this year on Stacy Xuan Chen. The Russell Henry Chittenden Prize for the senior majoring in the natural sciences or in mathematics who ranks highest in scholarship is awarded this year to Jonathan James Liang of Aristotle College. Jonathan James Liang was elected to Phi Beta Kappa in his junior year and graduates summa cum laude with distinction in his molecular biophysics and biochemistry major and with the simultaneous award of the bachelor's and master's degrees. In completing 42 courses, he has earned 2 marks of credit and the grade of straight A in the other 40. A Goldwater Scholar, Mr. Liang has excelled in his coursework and in the laboratory. He has written for the Yale Scientific Magazine and been a member of the Yale chapter of Engineers Without Borders, an organizer of the annual Medieval Night festivities in Ezra College. He will be going to England next year to attend the University of Cambridge as a Churchill Scholar to pursue a Master of Philosophy in computational biology. In recognition of his extraordinary achievements as a student and researcher, Yale College is proud to award the Russell Henry Chittenden Prize to Jonathan James Liang. The Alpheus Henry Snow Prize is awarded to that senior who, through the combination of intellectual achievement, character, and personality, shall be adjudged by the faculty to have done the most for Yale by inspiring in his or her classmates an admiration and love for the best traditions of high scholarship. This year, the Snow Prize is awarded to Julian DeFreitas from Julian DeFreitas has already contributed significantly to the understanding of how human attention works. You can all see that. He has received fellowship support for his research in the Yale Perception and Cognition Lab, read papers and made presentations at national and international conferences, and published in academic journals and popular science periodicals. His senior essay has not only won the Angier Prize in Psychology, it has also been accepted for publication in the Journal of Experimental Psychology General, one of his field's top-ranked journals. Mr. DeFreitas' initial inspiration for his attentional rhythm project derived directly from his passion as a singer. He performed with and ultimately served as president of the Alley Cats, and has sung most recently as a member of the Whiffenpoofs. He has also served as the captain of the Yale Road Running Club and has contributed photos to a variety of undergraduate publications. His instructors praise him as industrious and fun-loving, thoughtful and enthusiastic, upbeat and down-to-earth, a well-rounded undergraduate scholar whose work shows intellectual daring and independence. Mr. DeFreitas graduates magna cum laude with distinction in his cognitive science major. He is a member of the Rhodes Scholar class of 2013 and plans to study experimental psychology at Oxford, researching behavior and cognitive neuroscience. For the remarkable record of what he has done, and in admiring anticipation of all he will do, Yale College takes great pride in bestowing the Alpheus Henry Snow Prize upon Julian DeFreitas.
Class of 2013, congratulations! After 4 years, or in some cases more, we're finally graduating from Yale. No, Grandma, not jail, Yale with a Y. And tell Grandpa now's a good time to nap if he wants to be awake for the video. I came to Yale unsure of who I was and what I wanted to do. As a sophomore, I struggled to choose between the closely related majors of English, environmental studies, and computer science. Junior year, I had a mid-college crisis and debated going to school in Madagascar. And the dreaded senior year job search was more like a year-long soul search. How am I supposed to choose what to do for the rest of my life? I have a hard enough time choosing which cereal I want in the dining hall. At times, it can seem as though everyone else here has clear dreams and knows how to pursue them. Our classmates are soon to be doctors and lawyers, teachers and reporters, actors and people who have started their own businesses. And that image of Yale's can be easy to believe, especially when your roommate, who usually sleeps through class, wakes up at noon, and spends the day in his underwear, is suddenly wearing a suit and tie to 9 a.m. interviews. But if there's one thing I've learned in 4 years, Mom and Dad, this is what tuition paid for. If there's one thing I've learned in 4 years, it's that when it comes to Yaleys, there's always more than meets the eye. We're not a school of career-climbing robots. That sad, miserable place is in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Yaleys are passionate, but not about making money or climbing ladders. Yaleys are passionate about life. Whether they're translating primary sources from Russian just for fun, or leading a midnight run to the New Haven Harbor, or baking banana bread to bring to seminar. It was delicious, Trevor. You have a gift. Or even just rallying to go to Toads on a Wednesday night with a midterm the next morning. Yaleys are not afraid to do what they love. And boy, do we love Toads. Of the many incredible students in our class, I've had the chance to meet a certified pilot, several published writers, researchers studying everything from breast cancer to nocturnal fish, a competitive jump roper, a world-famous magician, someone from a country I didn't know existed, someone from a state I didn't know existed, someone with a planet named after her. I didn't know the planet existed either. An ROTC cadet, more than a few proud swags, someone who biked from Virginia to California, someone who can chug a beer in 1.6 seconds, a Jeopardy winner, and the founder and chief technical officer of isitchickentendersday.com. Sadly, it isn't. Checked. And the passion you guys bring to your lives has helped me to find it in my own. The intense, sometimes unhealthy dedication of Yale's journalists and creative writers pushed me to write a column for the YDN. It was sci-fi themed, and no one read it. Yale's comedy scene encouraged me to try stand-up, which is pretty similar to this, except in stand-up I have to pace around to disguise the fact that I'm so nervous my legs are shaking. Thank goodness for this podium. And a conversation with Yaleys about finding meaning in life convinced me to get a tattoo. Surprise, Mom! What makes Yale Yale isn't the ivy walls or world-renowned professors or awkward name that's so hard for grandparents to hear. It's you guys. Yale is defined by the people who make it their home for 4 years, or in some cases more. And that's also true of jail, come to think of it. Well played, Grandma. I don't know where a lot of you will be next year or what you'll be doing, but I hope you'll keep exploring, keep dreaming, keep running naked through your local libraries. Keep being excited by everything around you, because the real world's about to get rocked by you.
Hello, class of 2013. For those of you who managed to miss our emails, our Facebook page updates, and our tweets, we are so impressed. The 2013 Senior Class Gift Campaign occurred during 3 weeks this February as a means to recognize and to thank Yale for all it has done for us. We are so excited to share the results with you.
Through donations to the university's unrestricted giving fund, our class alone raised $29,693.81. and inspired almost $250,000 in additional donations from alumni. 96% of those of you seated here today contributed, adding to an extraordinary 1,226 individual gifts from our class.
During the campaign, we saw colleges rally in support of the university and its incoming class. By exceeding 95% participation, 10 of our 12 residential colleges secured a scholarship for an incoming freshman. In particular, we want to recognize Trumbull College for raising the most total dollars, and Pearson College, the college that dares to be all it can be, for achieving the highest percent participation.
To the class of 2013, to all our volunteers, and to the university, thank you. As we enter the real world, we hope you will always remember to keep calm and Bula on.
Today on Class Day, an event that goes far back into the 18th century, we, the class of 2013, celebrate the symbolic traditions that have been performed by undergraduates who have walked the same path. As your Class Day chairs, Johnny and I are here to discuss some of these wonderful rituals.
Classmates, if you look inside your gift bag, you will find a clay church warden pipe. A tradition that first appears in the book 4 Years at Yale by Lyman H. Bagg from the class of 1869. He wrote, perhaps after prayers, or maybe before, they formed the ring again and had another smoke, ending up with a rush or a stag dance in which all the pipes were trampled upon and broken, as a sign that the pleasures of college life were ended, and each took the other by the hand and said goodbye. We hope that you take the time to recreate the scene of crushing the clay pipes, and perhaps more importantly, the stag dance with your friends before you graduate.
We're also continuing a recent tradition started by our predecessors of the class of 2011. If you look inside your gift bags, you will find the Class Day Anthology, which contains the finalist submissions for this year's student speeches. We believe that this anthology will help capture the diverse perspectives of our class and hope that this tradition lasts for years to come.
The class history, first appearing in 1853, has always added humor to the day's proceedings. Historically narrated by 4 people, the history used to cover all 4 years of the class's life at Yale. These were filled with many in-jokes that pertained especially to the class. This year, as we have since 2007, we will enjoy its current incarnation as a short movie, filmed, written, and directed by our peers.
And the final tradition we want to mention is the planting of the class ivy, which began in 1851. The first vine was planted at Dwight Memorial Chapel, which was once the old library. The class of 2013 sprig was planted last Friday at the side of Battelle Chapel, the largest house of worship on campus. The year of 2013 was also engraved in front of the chapel, commemorating our graduation for generations to come.
Class Day is a pivotal point where old meets new, past meets future. Traditions have evolved, but the spirit still remains the same. As the class of 2013, we are students from all across the world, from different cultures with different perspectives. However, we are all bound to one another as Yaleys, and today is our day. Perhaps this place is summed up perfectly in the words of George W. Pearson, our university's first official historian, who said that Yale is at once a tradition, a company of scholars, and a society of friends.
Class of 2013, let us remember these bright college years today and look ahead to a bright new future. For God, for country, and for Yale. on Prospect Street. No use to be sentimental about New England winters, you said, trudging up this hill with me as St. Mary's bells tolled. Many months ago, past salt muddied snow, the ivy crept across our courtyard walls. I liked it then. In afternoons, we lay beneath an April sky, prospecting like young surveyors do. Few charts, new shoes. I liked it then. In March, our boots still dripped old water, freezing, melting, then again. Just let these boots march us to 25, to New York, wedding, and midlife, to hearth and home and SUV, you joked. I did not think you joked. Not when we will soon climb this hill for the last time in May, when the gardens of Prospect Street weep petals to rail against the season's end. But I will this sidewalk, this road, to grow past little houses, the river, its trees, every pattern line of topography. Then you and I will spring into the lightness of unmapped white in search of newer truths.